Welcome to Delivering Future. The possibilities of internet are huge and it's all about how you make use of it. And today we're going to see how to drive business using internet from the experience of Mr. Viral and Mr. Sajith. And I welcome both of them. Welcome you, Anil sir. Sir, as I said, the possibilities of internet are huge and it's huge and it's all about how we find the possibilities and drive our business. So could you talk about that?
See, the first saying in management is very simple. You need to change your business model with changing times. As the respected management guru, Mr. Peter Drucker has said, different businesses for different futures. Now, if you look at Mr. Viral Jain, right now, there are two dear colleagues sitting here. If I could start with Mr. Viral Jain, his family was running an entire enterprise for about 27 shops. But they realized that physical presence is not really mattering. So what does a young man do? He comes over and says, let me use the internet to power my business. And guess what? In the first year itself, he's achieved a turnover of 100 crores plus, which is much more than the physical presence. And in fact, he has got bigger visions. And the second gentleman, we will talk about Mr. Sajith a bit later, but this only underlines the fact that if you can change your business model with different times, success is at your door, and internet is definitely the medium.
So Mr. Viral, when we begin a business, we'll have a lot of business models in front of us. And why did you choose e-commerce as your business model?
The digital wave is happening in India, right? You see the digital connections going everywhere. You see internet penetration reaching the remotest location of this country. We had about a lot of retail stores in and around Mumbai, and we thought that to go pan-India is not feasible and we cannot go there very fast. So we decided that let's use internet, and it gives us a footprint across the country in a single day.
Okay.
And that's why we chose internet. Another reason for us choosing internet to change our business model was we clearly understood that the consumers are moving towards the internet platforms to do their shopping for daily needs and a lot of consumer products. So we decided to join that wave and understand where the consumer is going and be a part of that digital wave in India. That's why we decided to become a part of the internet business.
Anil sir, being the mentor, I guess you should really introduce Mr. Sajith.
Now, Mr. Sajith has a very, very different, I would say that, different reputation. So let me just first introduce. Now, I come from Mumbai, ma'am, and what do people perceive Kerala as? Kerala is known for hartals, and in fact, they say that there's some obnoxious practice like no kukuli and other things here. So I come down to Kerala. I meet the respected seniors in Kerala Chambers of Commerce, Mr. Marzu, Mr. Matthew, Mr. George, and they say that we need to promote businesses in Kerala. Now, in the last 3-4 months, I do come across various people. But then something very specific about Mr. Sajith. He could have easily been the CTO of Google. He could have gone abroad. He's an innovator. And I've been with him for the last 6 months. He's a brilliant innovator. I think he could have possibly drawn $1 million salary in Silicon Valley today. But what does this young man do? He decides to stay back in Cochin, promote employment, has his own shares of trials and tribulations, which any entrepreneur would do. So in one of these discussions that I had with him, I said, you went through a lot of troubles, right? Did you ever not think of quitting? And what does this young man say? He says, no, I enjoy being an entrepreneur. And more importantly, I want to do something for my state, which is exactly the vision of KCCI. And today this young man is leading a team of 150 people. He has customers all over the world. In fact, I let Mr. Sajith speak about it. But yes, again, ma'am, please note, this new generation entrepreneur has also, like Viralji, used the internet to power the business. Now, in complete detail, I would request Mr. Sajith himself to introduce.
Yeah, so even you chose internet as a platform for your business. Plus, another thing is why Cochin? Why your business is based in Cochin, where you had chances to go abroad, just like Anil sir said. And why did you prefer Cochin?
So 2003 I decided to get into business, and at that time this was actually a booming of internet across the world, not in part of India, but we started feeling that internet is actually the core going to be in the future. So we named our company like Internet Sales Promotion Group itself. ISPG stands for that. And we started as a small web development house in Cochin, and we decided to be in Cochin because one of my client mentioned to me, it is not important that where you are based, but what you do is more important. And if you do that right, then there is nothing will stop you to achieve the greater heights in your business.
So, Mr. Viral, you've started, your business is just 1 year old, and I would like to know about what's the current status of the business.
So we started selling consumer durables and appliances on all the major e-commerce portals in the country, and we very fast realized that this is a very fast growing space, and we matched pace with the growth of these portals. So the current state of affairs would be, we clocked about 100 crores of business in our first year of operations, and currently we are present. Initially, in our offline business, we were present only in Mumbai.
Okay.
But in the e-commerce space, we are currently present in 5 different locations in this country, and we are growing from strength to strength.
Well, that's huge, 100 crores in a year.
In a year.
Sir, if we see, most of the businesses use social media, that people get to know about their businesses. I mean, people get to know about different sites, different businesses through social media sites, especially Facebook. So, Sajith, what do you think? How can social media be effectively used in a business?
Yeah, social media is now actually one of the major happening space in online now. And what we as a company, ISPG, thought about social media is like definitely everybody is using Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and all. But what brand is actually lacking now is actually their own unique social media space. So what ISPG come up with a product called Elevite that help brand to create their own custom communities.
Okay.
And that is actually specifically structured around their business and help them to actually create their customer advocacy across different channels. Maybe it can be used for customer support, giving product training, and it can be also to create ideas and have customers to come and communicate regarding different aspects of the products. This is actually happening across the world. Now in West, if you look into that, many bigger brands like Skype, Google, everybody have their own community. And ISPG is now offering this to brands across India now and across the world.
So, before ISPG was providing services and now come to products as well, how was your journey so far?
So basically 2003 we established as a service provider company in Cochin, and 2005 was actually where we started really into the space. And we from there till 2010 we grow up to 350 people company, having like 3 locations in India and also in Dubai. Then 2010 we started focusing more into products because we started believing that products is actually the future for any IT company in the world, rather than just focusing on the service line where it is purely the price war. And we ventured into 4 products, and our first product was called Urjit, that is being used by companies like Shop.com, Macy's, Doha Bank, ESPN, Star Sports. So many global brands are using the platform, and many entrepreneurs across the world. That's actually another biggest advantage of the platform. Like number 3rd biggest e-commerce platform in Pakistan is powered by us.
Oh.
So then we ventured into social space with this platform called Elevate. And we have a platform called Seekin that we are actually currently powering Danik Bhaskar, their real estate portal. And we also have a documentation management platform called Niban. So the last 4 years is actually quite challenging in creating different products, and we are quite happy that we have a lot of global brands like Johnson & Johnson using our product.
Oh, that's huge. So, would you like to add on something, sir?
See, as Mr. Sajith very correctly said, so today if you look at Mr. Sajith, he has brands, customers like Johnson & Johnson, ESPN, etc. But let me also add a rider here. As a mentor to Mr. Sajith, I realized that he has changed his business model again. So he started off as a services company. This is the trait of a true entrepreneur. So there somewhere he realized that he's getting into a price war, and that's how any industry cycle works. The moment somebody makes money, more and more people join and they compete. So what did ISPG do? They slowly got into products. So today ISPG is a services and products company.
Yeah.
And of course he has mentioned his set of clients, etc. But there was one word that he mentioned, and I think we need to highlight that. He said that 4-5 years was a challenging period,
Yeah.
right? But today we have delivered, we have arrived, we have got ESPN. Now here let me also add something, and that's very important. In that 4 years of transition, right, it was not only challenging for ISPG, for the entrepreneur, for the promoter, it was also challenging for the employees. So now let me again, this is where I need to keep stressing this. Now, we have been told back there out of Kerala, a lot of people say there is something known as no kukuli here, and labor is very tough, and there's a lot of problems, etc. Now let me tell you the perception here. I met the employees of ISPG. There were times where there was delay in salary payments. But if you see the top brass, the 10-15 of them have still stuck with Mr. Sajith, and they have been there for the last 10 to 12 years. So what does it show? If you have a passionate innovator who can drive the company, everything else will fall in place. So this example of ISPG should be summarized in one line. Is a company which has got a very large vision will always be successful. And the same thing, if you see now, this is as one mentee, Mr. Sajith, if you direct the same question to Mr. Viral, the second mentee, you will see Viralji also would say something which is more or less on the similar lines.
So 1 year and 100 crores of turnover, and how did you achieve it? What is your success mantra?
Okay, so our success mantra at Jumbo is very clear. So I owe this entirely to my team, right? So without the team, we could not have achieved what we have achieved. So the team plays a very important role for us in achieving this. A couple of other success mantras would be me and my partner Mr. Nihalji are very particular about maintaining the relationships with everybody. So in India, if you see, business is not just price or products, it is more about relationships, and that is where both of us come from. And so maintaining the relationships is again a key success mantra. Just another point I would like to add here is that we are very nimble-footed in whatever we do. So we act very fast, we take decisions very fast, and we see the growth happening. And we'll also give credit to the seniors in our organization who gave us a free hand, and the support from the family members for us being here till now.
So from his words, teamwork matters a lot.
No, again, there let me add. Now, when I started mentoring this company, so what do I see? A unique combination of experience which came from Mr. Nihal Shah and enthusiasm which came from Mr. Viral Jain. So that's number one. Number two, a very simple line, and it comes from anybody who has business in their blood. They said, we will make money in every transaction that we do. So I still remember when I talked to Mr. Nihal Shah, he was very clear, and he spoke in Hindi. He said, हर एक ट्रांजैक्शन में पैसा बनना चाहिए सर, नहीं बनेगा तो मैं वो करूँगा नहीं. And a third thing, now when I talk to a lot of companies which is in the e-com space, they always keep complaining about sales returns, big problems, inventory management. This is one company which is actually ensured that there's minimal sales returns, keeps customer right always in mind. Third, ensured that there is profit in every transaction. So if there's any learning from this company, which is Jumbo Distributors, it's very simple. Keep your eye on your profits and things will follow.
You have a business based in Cochin. So since you have a passion for your own land, what are your future plans?
So what ISPG as a company, we are actually focused on these four verticals, basically e-commerce, social space, real estate and documentation management. So we want to be there in that space only for maybe next 10 years and excel ourselves in what we are offering and come with a new innovative method for customer engagement in all this space and give new features in our product. And as a company, what we believe is like we should touch at least a couple of million users should use our product and they should appreciate what we done. So that's the whatever focus as a company.
Okay. So whereas just 1 year and you're right up there. So what are your future plans?
Okay, so I think in India right now, when we started last year, so there were portals like Snapdeal, Amazon, Flipkart who gave us this opportunity to be where we are today. And in the future, our plans would be maybe 10x of top line in the next 3 years, be a prominent player in this country, present in all the major locations, present across all the major e-commerce portals. Going down, we are also looking at being a seller not only in India but globally. So we look to take our scale and operations to those levels.
So both of them, we just learned from their experience that both of them used internet. Both of them found out the possibilities of internet and made use of internet.
My closing lines is very simple, ma'am. So if you have the vision, the path will come. Today, money is not a problem. So investors is not a problem. So if I talk from the investing community, if you look at the funds, the investors, what they want to see is they want to see passion. They want to see viability of projects. So a lot of, and this is a message to all the budding entrepreneurs also. You see, you should not only talk about whether you can do something. It's very important to also say whether you can do it profitably.
Yeah.
And if you can communicate that, right, investors will follow. Like ISPG, today we are in an advanced stage of discussions with a set of global investors. Now, when you look at what they were looking at, they were bewildered when they saw what ISPG was offering. Now, as Mr. Sajith very correctly said, if you say real estate sector, he has a specific product for real estate sector. Is it something to do with documentation for IT companies, for lawyers, education institutions? There's another specific product for them. If anybody wants to get into e-commerce, even if it's a startup, there's another product for them. So, right, that's a very specific niche that they have gone into. We call this in management terms a specialization. Now, if you look at Viralji, what he has decided, look at the words that he said. He said 10x. Nobody is talking about 10% growth today. They are saying 10x. Now, what 10x actually means is, if today I am 100 crores, I want to be 1000 crores in the next 3 years. And that he has already been laid out. Now, he has already been invited by a global major, which I would not like to say for want of confidentiality. And they have told him a very clean chit. They have said that you help us in India, you partner us in India. When we spread across the world, you would be our preferred partner. That's Jumbo. For ISPG, today they are talking about sports vertical, they are talking about e-commerce. When I talked to 2 or 3 of his customers, they were very clear. They said, I asked them a simple question, are you satisfied with ISPG's products? They answered back saying, we are not satisfied. And I was like, you're not satisfied? So is there any problem? I said, no, Mr. Menon, we have not finished. We are not only satisfied, we are delighted. So actually what ISPG has done is provide customer delight. What Jumbo distributors have done is ensured again customer delight for each of his customers. And today you can see both of them are rocking.
So wish you all the success and thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.